So at one point, you're like pretty much like hitting like rock bottom, and that's where you catch your charge, right? Like what
No,
leads up to that situation?
I was just floating, just, working odd jobs. And I still have an ego because Chavito cannot be seen as a 9 to 5er. You know what I mean? So I'm working in little warehouses here and there, tucked in,
That's
because
another thing, right? That's so difficult, bro.
that's
Because
so
like if you're
difficult.
like on TV and stuff, and people are like, "Wait, what are you doing here now with us
It's a
regular
yo,
people?"
I went through that, bro. If they see you on a
It's humbling and
train, they
embarrassing.
see you in a train, it's like, yo, what are you doing? They see you in a bus. I'm like, dude, like, it's not what you think. Like getting signed and becoming well, you could say I'm a hood celebrity because I got to accomplish a lot of things, but I'm still in the hood. I'm still trying to make it. And you know, you're big to the outsider looking in. You're big. Oh, that's Chavito. He's in all these platforms or whatever.
Right.
So it was very difficult to manage that. So I had to be like, I had to provide for my kid, and I still had the ego though. So I had to hide here and there and stuff. And then an opportunity presents itself in the street, and I started, went to selling drugs, and now I'm seeing that $1 turns to five turns to 100 turns to 1,000, and everything is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger for a little bit of work. I get hooked to that lifestyle. I'm making plenty of money. I'm good now, but always paranoid everywhere I go. And that's when, I did that for a few years, and then I catch a charge.
So
And
you have to do time for that?
no, I had good lawyers. The money I had saved, that's everything went to that
Right.
to get 4-year probation, first charge, first offense. And man, if I tell you, it had nothing to do with me, bro. I was doing what I had to do. It was just always some knucklehead, someone else being greedy, and they're watching them. Now they're watching you because they're greedy. It was just a whole big mess, right? So I'm in this, I get this charge. Now it's like when you're successful, everybody's there with you, everybody's popping bottles, everybody's celebrating. You're the man, validation, you know, around you, and drinking your champagne, driving your whips. But when that charge comes, when the light turns on, boom, all the roaches scatter. There was nobody in the corner, and everyone was disappearing, and losing everything. But I got freedom.
Right.
But the only thing is that probation, very strict. It's, I felt like it was a breeze. I still was messing around here and there, but I was getting more scares now everything was just slipping and slipping and slipping, and nothing was working in my favor. That I decide just to, like, you know what? That's it. I'm done. Go back to Mom Dukes, the only one that's gonna take you in, the only one that's gonna hold you back. Doesn't matter what you go on in life. A real mom, bro, is gonna hold you down no matter what.
Right.
She knew my heart. She knew my heart. So I'm back at Mom's house, middle of a divorce, struggling financially. Now I'm on probation. The darkest times of my life. I feel betrayed. I'm like, I felt so resentful to everyone. I was just pissed off at the world. Like, again, now is the dark cloud over me, and why me, God, why me, why me? And I'm depressed, anxiety. I'm going through so much emotions. I didn't even have money to buy a Lucy, bro. It was that bad. you know, and I would just lock myself in my bedroom. I put like the um sheets and just for no light to come in. Super depressed. I didn't want to wake up. I just wanted to sleep all day, not think about nothing, and be in the dark. Didn't want no communication with the world. I was in a bad depression. And I just snapped out of it, bro. I just told myself like, yo, the fuck up, bro. What the fuck you doing? This is not you. This is not you, bro. I just spoke to God and told him, if you could just give me, now we're in a pandemic.
Right.
Now you really can't do nothing. And I just spoke to God and I told him, listen, just get me, I just want a minimum wage job, that anything, just so I could pay little bills, help my mama. That's all I want. And sure enough, a week later, I was throwing my resume out and I got a call from homeless shelter in Greenpoint. And I started working as an essential worker at the time, doing maintenance. But I skipped a few points. But when I'm going through this depression, let me rewind it back. When I'm going through this depression and everything, I spoke to myself. I'm like, yo, cut it out, bro. This ain't you. So I spoke to myself. And me cleaning the room, because the room was all, crazy, bro. I would lock the door so no one would come in. I wouldn't want to talk to no one. And I woke up, ripped off the sheets out the window, let all that sun come in and get that recharge. The battery was on low, so all that recharge, I'm trying to fill it up now. And just me cleaning the room, I stumbled across a bag of tools that I was experimenting with, but I never had a chance to. And this was X-Acto knives, pieces of cardboard, paint brushes and everything. And I'm like, wow, I'm bored out of my mind. Let me try this now. Now that I have all the time in the world, I feel like God resetted the world going through a COVID, through the pandemic, that he did it specifically for me. So I took that as a personal challenge. I said, okay, I never experienced a pandemic. No one has. And I have no excuse, kind of. I had no excuse to go outside. There was no excuse to go to work. There was no excuse for nothing. You're locked in here. Why not put it to use? So I started working on a piece. And when I worked on this piece, I felt so good about myself. I felt proud. I felt,
Fulfilled.
yo, bro, it was fulfilling. It was fulfilling. It was like, I didn't think about depression. I didn't think about anxiety. I didn't think about divorce. I didn't think about the case that I was going through. I didn't think about anything. I love this. If this makes sense to you, I couldn't wait to wake up.
Right.
Now that I wanted to sleep all day, now I couldn't wait to wake up. I had to sleep because you have to sleep. But I couldn't wait to wake up to work on this piece so I could finish it and work on the next one. And I'll be in the bed and looking at it. Okay, damn, I did that. I love this. And every time I worked on a piece, I'm thinking about my childhood. Amazing memories was coming to me as a kid. And I was so locked in, Panda. There's this thing called flow state. This flow state, like you see, like people
You had an
when
out
they
of body
pass away.
experience.
It's an out of body experience, bro. People that pass away, they experience these type of things. And it's like, I killed this person and I see myself working on these pieces. It's incredible. It's called flow state. When I sent that to New York Times, the fans in the comments and the website was talking about that. Like, yo, Danny, what you was talking about, you experience flow state. And it's very hard to accomplish that. You have to be in another type of level in order to experience that. You have to it's beyond meditation. It's like super locked in. And it was happening over and over and over and over. It was so locked in, bro. So when they say God always has something for you, you would know it that way. That was my purpose. I was locked in with that, brother. And that's why I knew that this was it. It was not about, okay, this is it. Now I'm going to be rich. Now I'm going to be famous. No, this is it. I found what makes me happy.
Purpose.
Purpose. I found what makes me happy. I found that what's not, I could run to this when I'm feeling sad. I could run to this when I'm feeling lonely, when anything, any emotion, even when I'm feeling happy, I have this building and miniatures, nostalgia. I'm playing with emotions. I'm giving you a feeling. And the same way that I give the world this feeling, I was giving it to myself first.
So the betrayal that you felt, that was because like all the people you thought that was there for you
Yeah.
disappeared when you needed them the most, right? Because
Yeah, because they just wanted a party. They had no interest in me.
everyone loves the party when they're
And you know
not
what? I was
paying
just
for
giving
it.
shit away. Yeah, I was just giving stuff away. That's it. Yo, I'm going shopping. Everybody's shopping. I was Oprah. You get sneakers. You get sneakers. You get outfits. And me and my family knows that my biggest satisfaction is seeing people happy. So, but giving it to the wrong people, they take advantage of it.
That's another lesson that I feel like people don't realize. If you can be used, people will find a way to use you,
Absolutely.
you know? And it's like, as somebody that I can tell, like you care about people and you wear your heart on your sleeve and stuff. Sometimes that's like the worst thing for the wrong person to be
Yeah, bro.
around you.
Doing something good, but it's just killing me.
Yeah, you know,